The Square Ball Podcast.
Welcome to the show. This is Propaganda, our whistle-stop tour of the football fan channels from this week. My name's Dan Moylan. With me is Michael Normanson and Chris Mack as well. We'll get to the clips in a minute or two. First of all, let's just check in on the big celebrations this month. This month has got a week left just about now. How are you going to mark it for Levi's Lister's 90th birthday month? You enjoying it so far?
I'm enjoying the this month. I'm enjoying whatever happens next. Who knows what the bigger discounts will be on? Might be one-off, commercial property stuff to come. But don't hold out for that.
That's the sort of stuff that gets me out of bed on a morning thinking about commercial property stuff.
Damn right. But for now, it's just 15% off wills, lasting powers of attorney, and conveyancing.
Wow.
And there's not long left, is there?
Well, that is on until the 31st of October, or Halloween, as it's otherwise known. I can't tie those two together. I'm trying to think of a link between them. I haven't got one. All I'll say is 10% off discount, usual discount on your legal fees and all the other services that they've got. If you want to find those, levisolicitors.co.uk/the square ball. So without further ado, let's find out what has been said in the football fan channels this week. Michael, you are our guide, our host, our hostess with the mostess.
Yeah. Okay. Sheffield United. They were not as unhappy as I was hoping for, to be perfectly honest. I wanted a bit more upset. I think it was the nature of the game. We just won quite easily, didn't we? So it was like no real needle to it.
They didn't put up much fight, generally, I don't think. And yeah, they weren't great, were they?
No.
Has football gone soft? Can we insert the Sean Dyche woke gif? JPEG here.
You could put Chris Wilder's face on that same.
That's true.
Image, and
I was just going to say,
work as well.
With reference to what Bryn was saying when we recorded on Monday, which you can find in your feed, Chris Wilder's a nice guy. Struggled with that. Struggled with the lack of needle. What's the point anymore?
But I'm going to start on a nice clip as well.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Just to continue this loving, because obviously at the start of the game we were told there was going to be a minute's silence. Instead they were singing. There was just applause in the Leeds end. I couldn't really tell what the Sheffield United fans were singing from the cop. So this is what they were singing.
I believe it was an artist by the name of Bowie, or Bowie, depending on how you are programmed.
It was. But the George Baldock stuff, I don't think we mentioned it on Match Ball, but I think probably in some ways the nicest thing I can say about him is I remember him being a proper bastard when we played him. So yeah, I can see why they liked him.
Do you remember that tackle they did on Tyler Roberts?
I was literally, that's the one thing I wanted to mention. What was that? It was amazing. It was genuinely impressive how much of a red card that was. And then he acted surprised and that he'd been hurt.
Yeah, he basically did it was like a forward roll, wasn't it? Like a somersault almost.
Well, Tyler Roberts did, because he kind of took the shins straight out from under him. But yeah, it's a strange old business, isn't it, when players associated with your club die and stuff. So I think the minute silence turning into that, I think was absolutely fair enough.
Right. So what else have we got?
So this is from inside Ellen Road. This is Travelling Blade. This is him talking at half time into 1-0 into 2-0.
It's half time, 0-0. You have to say Leeds have had the best of the play. We've been struggling to get our own half time. But not to force two when you say you've got big two. Leeds have the best of play. We've better than anything. Whatsoever. And it's been mostly Leeds.
I was waiting for something then.
Yeah, good one to end on. So that was that. On to then, this is him talking about Wilder, because there seemed to be a bit of debate around the team selection and how Wilder had approached it. He'd been a bit cautious.
Like a coward, Michael, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I'll let you say that to him. He'd definitely offer you outside, won't he, Wilder? If you called him that.
I think I might have a better chance than you think. Don't know why.
Is it because he's about 60?
Yeah. Could possibly outmaneuver him, just.
I don't know. Who's your money on, Chris?
Was Wilder not a professional footballer?
He was, yes.
Yeah. You don't have a chance there, Dan. I'm afraid.
And just look at exactly how old he is.
He's 57.
Right.
I've got to say, I'm sorry, Dan, I'm backing Wilder.
I could take him. I think I could outrun him.
Well, you are on YouTube, so you do at some point have to have a boxing match against someone.
Is that right?
I think that's the rules.
Right.
I'm holding out for Prince Nazim Hamed.
Right.
If I'm going to fight someone from Sheffield.
I mean, the way he's been going, I could probably outrun him, to be fair.
That is very true. But no, sorry, you're not going to fight him. But anyway, this is what he had to say about him.
I love that the Leeds fans are still wound up about his comment about them being Muppets from, God, what year was that now? It was like almost 5.5 years ago, and they're still wound up about being called Muppets. Incredible scenes. But yeah, well, I think we just approached it in the completely wrong way, just hoping for a 0-0, and we had no plan B. We barely had a plan A, let alone plan B. But yeah, just very disappointing, very underwhelming. You're thinking like a game like this would be up for it.
I love that completely disingenuous reframing of people just singing. It's like the David Squires cartoon of the fan going rent free, surrounded by people laughing at him whilst he's pissed his pants. That's all it is. It's just a bit of pantomime, a bit of fun.
What's the context for the music there? It sounds like he's waiting for an EasyJet flight to take off.
He's just got a bed under it, make it sound a bit more.
Oh, right.
A bit more
Professional.
Yeah. They did that we've not had him on in ages, have we? But Steve Nicol always had a bed under him because I think he left such big pauses. It maybe stopped the sort of, what do you call it? Like the thing kicking in when the thing that something's gone off air.
Oh, like the backup at the transmitter kind of
yeah,
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, big silences. Yeah.
So one of the things they were upset about was Raksaki he scored 2 in the previous game. Obviously didn't start, came on fairly late. And to be clear, he did want him to start, but he chose to phrase it like this.
We didn't have Raksaki starting, and we missed him like a hole in the head.
Missed him like a hole in the head.
Have you missed me, darling? Like a hole in the head. Now, give us a cuddle. That's not how you use that phrase, is it?
No.
I mean, maybe. My head's completely fried trying to work out what he's...
Yeah, he means I know what he means, but he doesn't mean that.
No.
Because they did need him. And unless a hole in the head is what you need, maybe like you're going Victorian medicine.
I was going to say,
get the evil spirits out.
Yeah, we're getting into the proper venting of the brain and all that sort of level shit, aren't we? Yeah.
Is it that him not being there was the hole in the head, and that if you'd put Raksaki in, there would have been no hole in the head anymore? Is that what he means?
He would have been the medical gauze that saved them.
Yes. Should get Phil Hay on, really.
Yeah, he's the expert in this. Yeah, he does know, doesn't he?
He's the only one with the tennis ball head. But he's gone. He's gone, hasn't he?
Yeah. I've just got his emails just landed at the time of recording.
Oh, what's he on about today? Real Madrid. Oh, Modric, he's old.
Well, the title of it is Major Euro Leagues, A Question of Style. That's Jacob Whitehead. It's not even Phil today. So he's
can't be bothered with that anymore.
No. Well, he just sat at home counting his millions.
Pathetic.
Sick of him. Right. Sorry, where are we going now?
Blades Ramble. I went to school with him.
Did you?
This lad? Yeah. Not seen him since. It was sixth form, actually, so 18. He's got...
same age as you?
Same age as me.
Right.
He's really old, though.
50s?
He's really... Since I last saw him, he's got really old.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't say the same about me. I look just...
Sprightly
just
young
thing.
Yeah.
Does he think if you was a bald 6th year? Is that what you're saying?
I did have a genuine full head of hair last time I saw him, so
Right.
It's been that long.
Who's the most famous person to go to your school then?
Well, that was sixth form in Ossett. Andy Madley, probably.
Yeah.
The Premier League referee. He was also in my... What a vintage year for football in Ossett. Normal school, the Cribs, probably.
Yeah.
That was Horbury School.
Were they known as the Cribs when they were there?
They didn't have a sixth form. They weren't, no. The Germans, the lads with the guitars and the long hair.
Yeah.
They looked kind of gothy, which stood out a bit in school. But that's probably about it.
Yeah, Danny Cadamartri, famously, went to mine, a couple of years younger than me. And Krista Ackroyd for fans of local news. Yeah.
Decent. Any contributions?
I'll leave a few names out.
Oh, God.
Vivian Campbell, the guitarist from Def Leppard, went to my school, actually.
Oh, okay.
And Damien Johnson played for Birmingham. And did he play for Sunderland? I don't know. He was Northern Ireland captain for a while. He went to my school as well.
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
Excellent. Who's the most famous person that went to your school? Right. Go on then.
Yeah, he does a watch along with his dad. It's sort of pleasantly dour compared to most people who are just shouting, oh my days, oh my days,
No, that's nice.
and saying, I'm out, which is all Arsenal fans seem to shout whenever anything bad happens. And he's like, yeah, you're doing that thing. So this is 1-0 and starts with him being fairly happy with the subs we're making.
Aronson and Nonto off. Dan James and Solomon on.
Couple of speedsters there.
Couple of speedsters, but that's not an improvement off bench, is it? I know Solomon's a player, but I like that they've taken Nonto off, I have to say. Rothwell, corner. It's low. Goal. Goal for Leeds.
That's a good goal.
Drought.
That was a good goal.
It was a good goal. They've not scored for about 40 corners, something like that. There were a ridiculous stat about that. We've not conceded for 6 games. Why did I not back that? Sousa doesn't cut it out and Suter loses his man. It's a great finish. You take nothing away from finish. Chuffing hell.
That is, do you know what I'll say? You know, we get a lot of clips on here from like Mancunians and Scousers, whatever. It's nice just to hear a dour Yorkshire accent. It's soothing for the soul to know that there are others like us out there.
I feel like I was in their living room with them, which is the compliment.
Yeah, they were not in the same room actually. They're in separate. They're both on a stream, but both just sat going, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" It's like I find it quite a refreshing way to watch it because that's generally my reaction to a deserved defeat. You just kind of go, "Oh, fucking hell!" Well, that was coming. 2-0 as well. They do spot the shirt pull on this, but again, not asked.
Regarding, before you do that, I pulled up the stat for the corners. As Johnny Cooper, JR Cooper 26, said, Leeds have ended a run of 28 games without a goal from a corner. That was the 179th corner since a goal at Swansea on the 13th of February. Corners taken in that time, 56 by Somerville, 54 by Gruev, 28 by James, Rothwell, Aronson, Robert. Shite. We finally got one.
A goal every 40 corners would be an absolute delight. I'd love that.
I remember reading a book. It was like, I think it was called Football Hackers. It was about data in football. And they said that almost 30% of goals in football are scored from set pieces.
That's a lie.
There's no way that's true. Maybe for other teams.
I was going to say that must mean everybody's scoring like 1 in 2.
Yeah, there's no way.
We're dragging the average down. No way. 2-0 then.
I don't know why. When you've got a player like Raksaki, I don't know why you don't just fire it into his feet and say, take it on. When he's through.
2-0. Tell you what, they're 2 great goals from Leeds. Chuffing hell. But still, he's done him all ends up. Fair play. It's a sickness that.
So much in terms of...
He got right back of him far too easy.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Chuffing is a lovely... So the word is chuffing.
Their assessment...
It's a very curly word, isn't it? It's a nice word. Like these fucking idiots on TikTok saying skibbity this and that. Shut up.
Chuff it up instead.
Oh, you chuffing heck. That's right, disappointing, isn't it?
But their assessment of that goal, because it was kind of a foul by Joseph, but it was the same as my assessment of it, which was like, yeah, we pulled his shirt a bit, but like, it's fine.
Tough luck.
It was good. It's just about in the realm of good centre forward play, shirt pulling.
Right.
It didn't quite overstep the mark into anything worse.
And if you look at the players at the time, Chris, you didn't see any sort of reaction from them saying, we're being fouled, chuffing heck.
Come be chuffing shirt, ref.
Was it not the Bosnian centre back as well?
Well, he's been in the area a little while.
He'll have picked up the accent.
Well, we've got accent chat to come in a minute, in fact, because I've got some Callum O'Hare clips.
On set pieces, Euro 2020, 40 out of 142 goals were scored from set pieces. 2018 World Cup, 68 out of 169 goals from set pieces. Does that include penalties? I wonder. But over the last 5 seasons in the Turkish Super League, 1,020 out of 3,614 goals scored from set pieces.
Thank you.
There you go.
Stats for you. That's information, isn't it?
What do we genuinely think our stat is? Out of the last,
I'd say 1 in 170.
Let's say the last 300 Leeds goals. I'd be surprised if more than
Gruev scored that free kick. Was it against Norwich?
Yeah.
playoff semi?
I feel like maybe 20 of the last 300 goals might have been set pieces.
I say 2.
Well, 1 out of 179 corners, is that? That's like 0.55%. So we're just 29% shy of.
As Bielsa always said, though, it's beneath us.
It is cheating.
Yeah.
It's boring. When they've stopped people heading the ball in football, which is potentially coming if they decide that it's actually quite bad for you, it'll be better, really, won't it? Because we won't have to put up with this shit anymore.
Yeah, we'll be ready. So we're just getting ahead of the game, aren't
That's why we're buying all little players.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter soon enough.
Are they going to put in like a 5-a-side style head height rule?
And it's the height of the smallest person. So it's the Willie Nonto's head height, not Kiefer Moore head height.
Yeah.
And then we'll have an advantage.
Put a big net over the pitch at about 10 feet high. You can't see anything.
Lovely, it'll stop the missiles raining down, won't it? So this is their assessment the day after.
As much as I thought we were poor and let ourselves down, I thought Leeds were very good yesterday. I have to hold my hands up and say I didn't think they were that good or could be that good. It just shows, doesn't it, when a crowd gets behind you and a bit of momentum, you smell a bit of blood. We were inviting them onto us yesterday, thinking that we've not conceded in 6. They've got to try their best to penetrate us here. And eventually they did, whether it be through... It weren't a clear-cut chance, but it was a fabulous strike to put them in lead from the corner. You can pick it to bits all you like, but they were peppering us all game. And you'd expect us then... We got a comment last night on live stream that said, from that point, you expect us to be on the attack. Of course you do. That's right. That's how it tends to ebb and flow. And I even said in the stream at about 70 minutes, well, at least now, even though they've scored, at least now it should be all Blades because we've got to go for it. We've got to throw things for it. It didn't happen. We were second best throughout to everything. Fair play to Leeds. I thought they played top level that they can probably play. And if they, on the day, they were the better team.
Stop being nice about us. Sick of it. It's a fair assessment as well. I was surprised by Sheffield United's lack of attacking play. I really was. Like, traditionally, wildest teams have come and gone toe-to-toe with us. But, as I said, the approach of a coward, so...
Didn't have Chris Basham, did they? Can't do it without him.
No.
I don't think they've ever been... They were never on a par, technically. It was very much a physical battle, and they won the physical battle against us. Like, I think whenever Leeds beat them at Bramall Lane, the end of 2018, they just kicked lumps out of Leeds that day as well, and they did the same when they beat Leeds at Elland Road in March 2019. It was just they were. I don't want to say they were a bunch of hopeless hoofers, but they weren't far off it, really, and it wasn't very different last night. It was just a bunch of big lads.
Whereas now they've got people like Callum O'Hare,
right,
flopping about the place.
I have to say, Callum O'Hare is living rent-free in my head. Since I became aware of that clip from his recent holiday, which we're going to play for you in a second, he's inhabited more mental space than I thought it would be possible to do, because I'm baffled by it.
Well, I don't
know what he's setting out to try and achieve.
I thought I'd put the clips in because a lot of people won't know what we're talking about here. So
just set the scene, right? So Callum O'Hare is from Solihull in the West Midlands, which is around Birmingham, Villa territory.
Yeah. Was at Villa as a kid, then went to Coventry on loan.
So it should sound a little bit like this.
Then signed for Coventry. The first clip I've got is him signing for Coventry. When you're getting a little hint of this weird accent we're talking about. But then,
so this is what, 4 years ago?
This is 4 years ago. But you'll hear how he's ramped it up in the last 4 years.
Why did you want to come back?
Well, you saw last season what we did. Obviously, it's a great squad, great coaching staff. The fans are great. Just everything about the football club, I really enjoyed it, so I can't wait to be back.
You mentioned the fans. How's your social media been the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's been going off for quite a bit. Yeah, I had to turn my notifications off. Just try to focus on doing some work at the park and stuff and just get on with it, yeah.
And you mentioned last season, it was obviously your first full season in League One. You had obviously a great campaign.
Yeah, it was a great campaign for everyone. I mean, we won the league. Couldn't have gone much better, really.
How much do you enjoy being here and obviously running the first team and getting all games in the minutes under your belt? Yeah, definitely. It's what everyone needs. You need a full season out playing men's football and then kick on from there, and that's what I've come here to do.
So you can hear it. You can hear the Midlands accent just cutting through there.
Yeah, it's not out of the ordinary. That it's a bit weird at points, but then you go forward a few years and he's on holiday, and he sounds sort of like this.
This may make you angry and may live rent free in your head for many, many months.
I got myself a little omelette with a bit of scrambled egg and bacon. And if you know me already, you already know I got me some fruit. Because I'm not sure why the fruit in Spain just hits so differently. Next, we went for a little stroll down to the beach. El Corte Inglés was next. And if you haven't been, I recommend it highly. Because it's got everything you need in there. And it's OJ. On the way back, there was this place called Estrel. And they were saying they had the best movies in the world. So I went in just to make sure they were telling the truth. I can't lie, there was. Got myself a little massage on the beach. And she was just chilling in the hotel. I couldn't even believe it was real. Tonight, we had a little reservation at Nobu. And everything we ordered was flames, to be fair.
Fuck off. Everything we ordered was flames. Fucking hell.
Some people watch Peaky Blinders. Some people watch Top Boy. It's just the way that it goes.
I like it.
Why did you have to make me play that?
He's in Spain and he finds an orange tree and he's like, there's an orange tree just chilling at the hotel. I couldn't believe it was real. It's like, where do you think oranges come from?
Why is he speaking like he's from South London? It's
weird, isn't it? Because he's gone, you can see how he's ramped up. And in that time, he's only gone from Solihull to Birmingham to Coventry. I was going to say, it's a very tight area.
There's no detour there to Palace or something like that.
Yeah, because you do get people like who, like Chris now is in England. He's obviously taking on his Yorkshire accent.
As you can hear.
As you can hear, yeah. But, like when we've got a few people who send in clips for the member show and stuff, people who've lived in America for 20 years, and you do develop a weird kind of twang. But yeah, he seems to have always lived within about 10 square miles and has done that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fucking idiot.
They're trying to make sense of it. It may be that maybe at Coventry or at Villa or whatever, his group of friends all have like that accent and he's just influenced by the people that he's around.
Mm.
Or he's a prick.
His mum should tell him off. Why are you speaking like that?
Yeah. Stop it, Callum.
When he comes home.
What are you talking like that for?
He probably does talk like that when he goes home.
Yeah.
That's what I reckon. This is just it's just social media affectation.
But when I was watching him at Ellen Road, I could hear that. I was thinking about it.
As he was falling.
He's got no right to do that to me.
He was absolutely shit as well, that was the plus side.
Yeah, like I didn't know all that much about him. I just knew that he was sort of well thought of at Coventry, and I'm sort of glad we didn't sign him. There's nothing about him that makes you think, yeah, that's somebody that we should have gone for.
Well, word is that Farker looked at him and just didn't fancy him. And maybe he saw that clip, and I wouldn't blame him. I'm Team Farker on this.
From the clips I've seen as well, people were saying how he's made their team worse because they're now pushed Hamer wide to try and accommodate him, and it's sort of messed with the balance of the team a little bit. So good.
Maybe Farker saw a little bit of the Todd Cantwell's in him. Might have been an element of that, just a little bit of a twat.
I'm sure it means no harm, but you've interfered with my brain space, and that's not acceptable in this day and age.
All right, cool. Let's hear a young man who can speak properly now. Alex Griffin.
I want this in proper RP, received pronunciation, like the BBC used to do back in the day.
This is Alex Griffin, who's an Ipswich fan. I was actually seeing how upset they are. It's fine. They're Ipswich. They're all right. They're not too bothered about losing. It seems
low expectations.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
But last year I had a clip of this kid on. Alex Griffin's the guy who was the channel. This is a young lad he obviously speaks to on it. They went out the cup to Maidstone last year, and we had this clip on. And I've pointed out the kid sounds a lot like a football manager doing his post match.
We could have been about 4-0 up in the first half, but we weren't. And like Duncan said, an amazing finish to make it 1-0. And, second half, we started much better, got a goal back. We thought it would just be better, and then Benzo gives the ball away, run through, score. And it's just such a gut-wrenching feeling to, lose to a team like Maidstone. But like you said, all credit to them. The fans were amazing, but it's a real tough pill to take. But we go again at Preston, but, we focus on the league.
He's great.
Well, he's back.
Right.
So he's at the point now where I think he's actually improved.
Has he done his UEFA badges?
He's definitely at the point where Cellino would offer him a job. He's at that kind of a level.
I'm lost for words. We've just lost 2-0 to Everton. I thought Everton played really well today, but I did think we were poor. Oscar, take it away, mate.
Well, I think that match is a complete reminder that you can't make mistakes defensively in the Premier League, and if you do, you are going to get punished. I thought defensively in the first half we were absolutely shocking, and the first 2 goals are at fault of that. Clark probably should have scored his chance, maybe should have had a penalty. I want to see a replay of that, but look, second half we were a lot better, but it really does show that you can't play like that in the Premier League and expect to get away with it. So very, very poor performance. And
Wise before he isn't he? Hey, I like this kid. He move around the salt and the pepper pots. I give him a job. You fired, Ockaday.
It's great, isn't it?
When you see some of the people that are on like Match of the Day and Sky these days, they're just the controversy merchants. He's far more qualified.
Got fucking Rio Ferdinand barking, Ballon d'Or, Ballon d'Or, Ballon d'Or. Shut up, get this child on.
This wee fella can't do Champions League because he's got school the morning after. Like, that's... Fair play to him.
Well, from someone who should be a TV pundit, someone who was, should we hear from Matt Letizia?
Oh, let's.
He was on Leicester Till I Die TV1.
Was this like crossing the streams for you?
It really was. It popped up in my YouTube notifications and I was like, what?
So that guy back from Australia.
Yep.
The lead person.
Yep. This is what he called him.
Yep.
Yeah, so he had an actual Matt Letizia on, who I don't know if he's trying to rehabilitate himself and just get away from the Tom Numbers stuff a bit, because he was back again this week saying Liam Payne has gone into witness protection was his latest thing. The video was also saying
Michael,
something like,
there's a game later on today. I've got to invest a lot emotionally into that. I can't cope with this on the same day.
Well, can you not cope with it, or do you not want to cope with it because you can't handle the truth?
Did Tom Numbers have like a dog that got hit by a car and his dad told him that it went into witness protection and now he's just gone fully off the reservation with it?
He's what was his other video called this morning? It was something, why did David Beckham's boots have the word predator on them? And he was linking that to Hillary Clinton. And so anyway, that was old Matt Letizia. He's talking about...
You've knackered us with the algorithm now.
He's talking purely...
People who can hit a free kick.
He's now going to a football crackpot theory about Russell Martin and about his general style and that sort of stuff.
We are just going to keep giving away goals and keep losing football matches. So I feel like there needs to be a little bit of a balance there in the way that the manager approaches the game. Yes, you can have your ideal way that you want to play, but sometimes if you haven't got the correct players in those positions that enable you to play that way, you've got to adapt. Now, yes. I think one of the worst things that might have happened in this regard was actually Vincent Kompany getting relegated with Burnley playing this similar style and then getting the Bayern Munich manager's job on the back of it, even though he got relegated with Burnley. Now, I don't know if Russell's looking at that and going, oh, okay, as long as my style of play is good, it don't matter if I get relegated, I might get a big job.
Why did Vincent Kompany get the Bayern Munich job? Is it because he's Vincent Kompany? Because that's the obvious reason he got it.
So Rusty Martin might get, I don't know, PSG job?
That's Matt's theory.
So, Kompany who's won multiple Premier Leagues, played at the World Cup, captain Man City, played in the Champions League.
Yeah.
He only got it because he got Burnley relegated.
Russell Martin's biggest achievement appears to be shacking up with Lucy Pinder. So, we're not counting the playoff final, are we, for a start?
No, lucky.
No. Yeah.
A lucky day.
Fluke.
It is. It was hard because Leicester won, didn't they? So it's, as much as I'm kind of pleased to see Southampton struggling, losing in that style to Leicester is not great either, because I wanted to see your other man upset.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm quite happy for Southampton to suffer.
I have a feeling I wouldn't be surprised if all three that went up come straight back down.
No.
The way it shapes up. And like Everton a couple of weeks ago were saying how shit it all was. Now they've won a couple of games and they're fine. So just the way it goes, isn't it? Boring, Premier League.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're not in it.
Should Matt Letizia stick to politics rather than football?
Well, should we have a revelation about the Letizia family? Let's hear this.
I would say thank you from every fan of a football club outside of Yorkshire for beating Leeds.
It was all the sweeter for me as well, because I've got two brothers who are Leeds fans.
No! Oh, well. Even better.
Absolutely.
Oh, the charisma.
I didn't know he considered us brothers. Nice.
Internet brothers. You got lots in common.
Well, let's not say that.
More than you're willing to admit.
Where do we want to go next? Do you want to go Liverpool or Arsenal? Which Premier League scumbags?
Let's start with Arsenal.
Right. Did you see they had another red card?
Yes. Has it been overturned or has it been upheld?
I think it'd be upheld, won't it? Because it was a red card. He was like thrown goal and got dragged down.
Didn't see it.
Saliba just did a silly thing near the halfway
Yeah, it was
line.
like he was just inside his own half, wasn't he? But someone was running through on goal. He
Last
fouled
man.
him.
Yeah.
The guy, in fairness, I've had to trim this down for about an 8-minute clip because he was just going on and on and on about this, about whether or not people should be allowed to referee Arsenal games and why, and who they support.
It does need to be a person. I don't think we can put a dog in to do this.
Well, who knows? But just see if you can make any sense of what is going on here.
Now, if he's not allowed to referee Liverpool games, which is fair because he's come out and he's a Liverpool fan, also don't let him referee Liverpool's main rivals, and don't let him referee when we're going to be playing them next week. And any decision, it puts too much pressure. I'm not going to come out and say that he made the wrong decision on that. But subconsciously, if I was the referee, it might get the better of me. And if I'm in any doubt, a little voice in the back of my head might say, go on, send him off. Go on, I've been put in a position, I can send him off. And I understand that he didn't to begin with, and the mistake was, this is what I didn't understand. When I saw him give the yellow card, I thought that's a mistake, because if it's a foul, which he's given a foul, it's a sending off. It was obvious that the guy was in on goal. So if it's a foul, it's a sending off. But what I'm saying is the first mistake and the first reason is, don't put this guy in a position to referee a game where he's going to have a conscious or an unconscious bias. I'm not sure. I've watched it a number of times, and I'm not sure it was a foul. But if the referee's given it as a foul and that's his decision, then it's got to be a sending off. But don't give him that opportunity.
I'm more lost than Tom Numbers, Michael, to be honest here.
It really gets confusing because he's saying that the referee in that game, in the Arsenal game, is a Liverpool fan because he doesn't referee. You know, like referees, if they declare they support a team, they don't get to referee. But he's saying then they shouldn't be allowed to referee Arsenal games because Arsenal are in competition with Liverpool, and he can send someone off because they play Liverpool next. And if he sends someone off, they'll be suspended for the Liverpool game.
Right.
But then he should have been sent off, and he acknowledges that.
And it was a foul, but it wasn't.
And also, it wasn't even him and it was VAR that actually pulled it back to be sent off. So it wasn't the Liverpool fan who actually sort of did it. But even so,
it was Howard Webb with his mind games.
He shouldn't have been given the opportunity to send him off.
He texted the VAR,
even though he didn't send him off.
Now, I
feel like he's just annoyed that Arsenal lost.
Yeah, I know that all referees are Leeds hating bastards, and there's a conspiracy against us. But what is he talking about, Chris?
So who's in witness protection?
Rob Jones, I think.
Howard Webb, I think, as well.
Howard Webb. I did enjoy that theory. Yeah, you've mentioned the other one on Twitter of a picture of Howard Webb with a phone, and people going, "What? He's sent a command through to send someone off."
Although being able to use a phone in a football ground is a novelty for most Leeds fans.
That's true.
I was flicking through Twitter this morning and something came up, and it was one of those ones I'm like, no, I'm not even going to read that. It was an Arsenal fan complaining something to do with corruption in sport, and I think like Ben Johnson, the 1988 Olympics, and all was mentioned. And one of those you just flick through and you go, all right, okay, get a job. Just
get a job.
Yeah, just like
I still follow Sanchez Watt on Twitter, and he is clearly an Arsenal fan, so retweets a lot of this slightly bonkers conspiracy stuff. So I kind of get a glimpse of it, and you sort of go,
"Just call it bollocks."
What are you on about? Just very weird.
Yeah.
You're just not as good as Man City or probably Liverpool.
Yeah,
and that's why you're not winning stuff.
It's quite funny though, isn't it? Like how you can get these little grains of enjoyment out of them being dead good, but not quite good enough. Next is Liverpool then, yeah? Speaking of Liverpool.
A quick clip. Just who scored Liverpool's winner on Saturday or Sunday?
But whatever day it was.
Whatever day it was.
Whatever day the MSM want you to believe it was.
It was Don Hussam / This Is Football.
Still Salah. Salah with a cross. Jones! Curtis Jones scores! Golazo! Curtis Jones! What a cross from Mohamed Salah! What a cross from the Egyptian king! Jones with the finish. I'm sorry, Curtis. I love you.
So there you go. It's been a while.
Right. Let's bring the show to a finish, to a close. Got to go get fed, haven't we, before the game tonight? So let's do that, shall we?
It's still a while. I think you'll be all right.
Oh, it takes a while, doesn't it?
Fair enough.
If you're gonna like smoke a pork shoulder,
is that what you're doing?
No.
Okay.
Could take 6 to 8 hours.
Probably just have a more make a more practical choice.
Just have some chips.
Yeah, something like that.
20 minutes in the air fryer.
Easy.
Would be a lot easier. Right, where now?
So that Cardiff City fan, did you see they won 5-0 against Wayne Rooney's Plymouth?
I'm worried that... I didn't go to the Leeds Birmingham game last year. Was Wayne Rooney still their manager then?
Yes, he got sacked after it, I think.
Yeah, I want to see Rooney's team in the flesh.
How many weeks have we got until we play them? Let's have a look.
This weekend, but the weekend after.
So we'll be fine.
They had been doing all right.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. They can survive 11 days. There's only one game in between.
Yeah.
Oh, mind you, there'll be a midweek fixture this round, won't there? So 2. Oh.
I think he'd be all right. They probably won't be in the bottom 3 at that point.
Right.
Probably.
Let's just assess. Let's see who they've got across the next 2 games, because we don't want to miss out on the chance to finish his next job, do we?
Millwall and Preston. Millwall away. You're below them.
You'd like to finish Wayne Rooney off like a grandmother.
Who we got now?
It's that Cardiff City fan. He was there to watch Wayne Rooney's.
I can't get that image out of my head.
Plymouth being beaten. So it's 5-0 in the end, but they're 2-0 up at this stage. There's a bit of pushing and shoving, and the Plymouth players sent off. That Cardiff City fan is watching this unfold and filming it, and I have to say I did a proper laugh when I heard this clip.
Did you actually lol?
I did an actual lol.
Cheerio, you twat.
Cheerio, you twat.
No, a fair play. Comedy timing. Love that.
Oh, that's all it is, really. But just brilliant. Just absolutely loved it. Cheerio, you twat.
I mean, given how niche the internet has got these days, just a child that swears, he could make millions on TikTok or whatever it is that they do.
I've got another clip of him as well, just because he's after the game and he's got what I've called he's speaking to his grand head back on, because he's left the ground now and he's calm.
Well, there we are, everyone. We won 5-0 today. I feel like I'm dreaming.
Bless him.
Yeah, he's sensible again there, isn't he? Yeah.
But let's just hear the best bit one more time again.
You dirty stinking twat!
Can we keep that clip on like some sort of hotkey?
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
You dirty stinking twat!
I think he should have like a little app of a soundboard of all of his best bits. Charge 99p.
Definitely. One more time.
One more time.
You dirty stinking twat!
He's actually making me really root for Cardiff, which is something I never expected a couple of years ago.
They're no threat to us, are they? I wouldn't have said at this stage.
I suppose so. But yeah, there's the other Cardiff podcast. They all seem quite nice as well. Don't know what's going on.
Maybe
Chris Wilde has been vaguely all right. Sheffield United fans are fine. Cardiff fans are fine. Maybe everyone's gone soft.
Maybe they know you're coming.
Maybe so.
Right. Before we start getting into the realms of calling everything woke, should we sign off?
Yeah, that'll do.
Fine. That's it for this week's propaganda. Have we got another one next week? Suppose we have, haven't we?
Yeah, 2 games.
Exciting times. We'll do that then and we'll speak to you soon. See you soon.
The Square Ball Podcast.